No London boat show would be complete without a new Sunseeker, and this year the company in Poole has really excelled itself. The new model they've got here is the Predator 57. We've got this dramatic sweep of windows down the top sides which lets a lot of light into the boat and adds a really distinctive style to the exterior look. But it's also got one or two surprises on board. So let's go and take a look. So here we are in the saloon of the Predator 57, and as you can see, it's every bit as luxurious, quiet, refined as you'd expect of a flybridge cruiser. You've got these nice fabric cushions, leather seats, beautiful finish, carpet. Feels just like a luxury cruising boat. But this is a Predator model, so it's also a sports boat. And the difficulty there is you want it to feel like an open boat. But that's where it's got a few tricks up its sleeve. So first of all, we've got this huge sunroof with glass panels in that let light in even when it is closed up, but this whole thing also slides back. So we just press a button under Helm and the whole thing starts to move back. And it's such a big roof. Quite often when you get a hardtop like this, you just get a small section of roof. And normally you have to have a fabric one, but here they've managed to design a full length roof, the whole of which goes back, opens it up so you get the wind in your hair, the sun on your face. It feels like an open boat. But you've still got the issue with the doors themselves. So you've got a cockpit outside and doors separating it as you would on a coupe. But they've thought of this too. First of all, you slide the door back, click it into place, and then over here we've got another button. And it's got a safety lock on it, so it thinks about it for a second or two, and then the window and the whole door slide down behind the sofa into a recess underneath the deck. So the whole boat opens up. You haven't got a window in the way, you haven't got a door in the way, you've just got a perfect open flow between the cockpit and the saloon. So once that's tucked away, now you've got a complete opening between the comfortable saloon and the outside cockpit. It feels just like an open sports boat. So we've seen the saloon and cockpit of the Predator 57. Now we're down below in the galley area. And even though this is a sports cruiser, there is still a lot of accommodation down here. You've got a full galley here, a small saloon opposite, although you can change that for an extra ensuite to the third cabin if you want it. And as you'd expect, a full beam, very impressive owner's cabin down below with its own ensuite bathroom, and further forward, the VIP suite. So let's go and have a little look at the cabins themselves. This is the owner's suite of the Predator 57, and it's a full beam mid-cabin where you can really experience the impressive effect of these windows. In fact, because we're on the stand here, you don't really get the full view that you would, but you can just imagine sitting here of a morning at this rather elegant little breakfast dinette, the sea lapping just beneath the window here, sun pouring in. It's not just a bedroom, it's also a really nice place to actually spend time. Half the fun on a boat this size is the toys that you can have and play with. So on the Predator 57 you've got space for a Williams 325 which slides perfectly into the tender garage, big hydraulic rams, opens up electrically, but you've also got a hydraulic platform, so you can fit a second jet ski on here, no problem at all, and the whole thing lowers down to help launch the jet ski, but also so that you can jump, dangle your legs in the water, move in and out. It's all part of the fun. And of course, if you need anybody to help you with that, you've also got a very nice crew cabin here for the crew themselves, and in fact it's so nicely kitted out you could perfectly happily put your kids in here. But the real thrill of a boat like this is helming it. And in this case, you've got a choice of different drivetrains. Either you can have a traditional shaft drive with 800 or 900 horsepower engines, or IPS drives. And whichever option you go for, you have the convenience of a joystick maneuvering system. So even with the shaft setup, you can have a joystick that will combine the bow thruster and the stern thruster and the shafts to help you berth it. So you've got a boat that'll happily do 32 knots, behave like a sports boat, but when you get into the marina, it couldn't be easier to park just using the one-touch joystick, juggle it in, slot it straight into the berth. We'll be out testing the boat in the next couple of months, so keep an eye out here for a full video review.